Let's take a look at a method called completing the square. In order to understand it, it is always better to visualize the situation. All right, so let's take a look. We got a blue square. The area of it, because it's a square, it has the same length and width. That's going to be x multiplied by x, or x squared. Okay, so that's the total area of the blue square. Now we also have the orange square. Its length is b and its width is x, right? The same as the blue one. And that means that it's just going to be b multiplied by x. That's the area. Okay, so next I'm going to do a trick. I'm going to take this orange rectangle and I'm going to instead split it into two. They will have exact same width, but the length is going to be twice as small. Okay, but if you combine them, that's going to be the same area of this as this orange rectangle. So I'm going to get rid of it, and now I have these two, and when we add them together, they have the same area as the original one. But I'm going to position them differently. So I will move one of them over here, and the other one I'm going to rotate first, and then I will move it down here. Now, I haven't really changed the area at all. Okay, I did not change the area. I just split the rectangle and rearranged the pieces, right? This side is going to be b over 2. This side is b over 2. And the total area of the two rectangles is still bx. Nothing happened. But you can see over here pretty clearly that this is not a complete square, that something is missing. And what is missing? Well, this little magenta rectangle, if I move it over here, I am going to complete the square. Okay, this little magenta rectangle, what are the sides? Well, it's really a square. This side is b over 2, and this side is also b over 2. What is the total area of this piece that is missing so that when we add it, we're going to get a complete square? Well, it's going to be b over 2 multiplied by itself, which is the same as b over 2 squared. Okay? This is what we get. Now, we can write this in a different way. Now that this is a square, now that we completed the square, what are the sides of the square? Well, in other words, what's the distance from here to over here, right? Well, it's x plus b over 2, and then the width is also x plus b over 2. The area of this new complete square is going to be x plus b over 2, and that whole thing is squared. And this is the formula that you will see everywhere, okay? So you don't have to memorize it, but let's go over the steps. When they give you something like this, like x squared plus, for example, 4x, how do you know what to do to complete the square? Well, your b over here is 4. You're going to divide it by 2, which is going to give you, so start with 4 divided by 2. This is going to give you 4 divided by 2, or 2. And then you square this, whatever you got over here, you square it. So 2 squared, that's going to give you 4. And that's the missing piece that you're going to add to make it a complete square. And then you can write it as a complete square as x plus b over 2. Well, what was b over 2? Again, remember, this is b over 2 right here. So that's 2 squared. Okay, that's the method. Now, it also works if this side, which I'm not going to show, but if this is a negative, so you're actually taking out this side. If this is a minus, then in here there's also going to be a minus. But other than that, it's going to be the same thing. So let us practice with a couple of examples I have over here. And they're saying, what do we need to add to complete the square? And then express it as a complete square. Okay, let's take a look. The first thing to do is identify what is your b. Okay, b is given by this number right here. Okay, so you got b equals negative 24. How do you complete the square? Well, the first step is to divide it by 2. b over 2 equals, well, what is negative 24 divided by 2? That's negative 12, right? Then you square it, okay? So whatever you get, negative 12, you're going to square that. And then if you use a calculator, that will show you that that's 144. So that's the number that we need to add to complete the square. And how do we write the answer? It's going to be, well, in this case, the variable is w, so I'm going to put w. Then I'm also going to look at this sign. If it's negative, then this is going to be negative. And then over here, in what this is missing is this particular step right here, right? 12. And that's going to be right here. So that's going to be w minus 12. And then you square the whole thing. Okay, now let's look at one more example. So this one right here, we got x squared plus 9x plus what? So what's missing? Okay, so again, we're going to identify our b. b is the coefficient of x. So we're going to say b equals 9. What's the next step? Divided by 2. Okay, so this is going to be b over 2. This is going to be 9 over 2. The next step is to square the answer. Well, what is 9 over 2 squared? How do we square it? Well, we square the top and square the bottom. So this is going to be 81 divided by 4. And we're going to put that right here. How do we write it as a complete square? Well, start with the variable, then match the sign. This sign right here was a plus. This is going to be a plus. And then put whatever b over 2 was. Well, b over 2 was 9 over 2. And then you square that. And that's going to be how you complete the square.